everybody. This is Harry Jacobs, and I am the North of 60 Gamer, and welcome to the North of 60 Gaming channel. Here we are in September. We're coming up to my 64th birthday. Yes, I am that old. In fact, somebody had put a blurb on Facebook the other day and said, "How long have you been playing?" And people are like, "Oh yeah, I've been playing for 10 years. Oh yeah, I bought my first game in 1990. Well, I have said this before. My first game was Blitzkrieg from Avalon Hill, and I bought that in 1971. The old red versus blue, and if I ever could get a copy of that, I would buy it in an instant. It was a fun game. It is no way. It would be considered a great grandparent of some of the games that we see today. Basically two color counters and a 4-color board, and rules that would boggle the mind. And there were no apps, and there were charts, lots and lots of charts, and you would roll dice, and you would hope to do some damage. And it was a fun game, and that led to other strategic games as we went along. But that is not why we're here today. I'm feeling a little reticent. I hope that's the right word. My wife will probably correct me. I just want to thank people. I want to thank my 257 subscribers for being here for me and with me. This has been quite a journey for me, and this is not a goodbye video. Believe me, I am not done with what I'm doing. I am working with other publishers, designers, and another channel. And I just want to say thank you to everyone that has encouraged me to do this and who talk to me. As little as I am, they still at least take me serious, and I'm seeing a real uptake in designers and publisher as I build my reputation. Yes, I am not Paul Grogan, and I am not Rado, and I am not the guys from Dice Tower or Meeple Mountain or Man vs. Meeple, who all do wonderful jobs, who are far bigger than I am. I would love to be at the cutting edge where I get a game before it actually publishes and goes out to Kickstarter. And I have, and Eric Geller, thank you very much for Quests and Cannons. I loved it. I have Card Z. I have a few now that are starting to send me videos. I have a lot of fun. If you've seen my latest videos, you can see I'm cutting in other media, having some fun with old film strips and old characters, and trying to build a narrative of the journey of a game as it comes into my collection. And so what I'm trying to accomplish is to differentiate myself in some way. And so I'm trying to be a bit more narrative and think of it as a story as I take you through the unboxing, and then the organization, and then sort of the setup, and then the play, and then I get the final thoughts at the end, which is pretty standard. But I really want to give you a sense of how I see the game on my table. It's not just here, let's get it set up and play. It's like, wow, it's a game, and I've got to set this up. And I want you to know that this is a narrative for you to enjoy what I'm enjoying. And hopefully you'll see that enjoyment and say, yeah, that might be a game I want to look at. Or, yes, he's shown me the rules, and I'm going like, ew, that's just too big for me. And as you know, I don't really take on heavy games too much. But occasionally I will, and I'm not sure where Descent falls on that, because that just landed on my table, and in fact, it's right here in front of me. And if I was to bring the box up, I would just disappear in the frame, because that's how big the box is. But I want to thank those who have come before, and I'd like to make sure that I acknowledge that there are groundbreaking people who have done this for years, and I've only been at it for 9 months. I am not worried about my subscription rate, because I'm just having fun. It's a legacy. I'm looking at it as a legacy. I have not done tons of stuff in my life that people will remember me for, but at least now, like when my great grandchildren are out there, and assuming YouTube is still going, they'll be able to go, that's your grandfather, or your great grandfather, and look what he did, and he's left a small mark in the world. But I want to make sure that I acknowledge all of those, like that have come before me, like Jeremy Howard, Paul Grogan, Richard Ham, the Dice Tower guys, One Stop Co-op, and all those that have, Rodney Smith, John Gets Games, Joshua, Quackalope, all those Hungry Gamer guys that have been out there and they're doing their thing. And I am not worried about, subscribers, though I would love to have more. And if you really want to subscribe, please do. But I just want to thank everybody. I am grateful. And I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I am grateful for you bringing me into your life, bringing me into the industry, the content creation, and making me feel a part of something that is far bigger than just me. And I am appreciative of that. And I hope I can do this for many, many years. I'm not sure if I'm the oldest content creator on the block, and but if I am, great. I just want to show that gaming is not also for people who are 30 years old, and that was one of the points of that post earlier, was that, it's just for 30-year-olds. No, it's not. It is an all-age game. Now, I was out in the Bushlarping last week. I am the oldest member of our LARPing group. I'm 15 years older than the next oldest person in that group. So, and I was out in the bush playing LARP for 3.5 hours with them. Now, I was beat. I am not young, but, I still have that ability to go out for 3.5 hours in the bush, and I actually record it, and there'll be some video coming, and that's probably something we're going to start today, I think, due to the rainy weather. So my friends up here at Yellowknife LARP, I appreciate them allowing me to come along with them. The Tarmarcon Gaming Nights that allow me to play bi-weekly, though that's probably going to be scrubbed for a couple of weeks due to the COVID outbreak. I want to acknowledge Ed and Sean over at Coyotes, who, we've started a little regular play group, and we're working our way through games and having a lot of fun. My friend Chris Taff, who we play regularly, and Chris is an amazing game player. Other folks in the community that accept me as a game player and don't treat me any different than anybody else. And I think that I'd like to make sure that I don't treat anybody different than I want to be treated. And so I'm grateful for that. And so with that, I've just been babbling on for 7 or 8 minutes, and I just wanted to put that out there for you. So my name is Harry Jacobs. If you like my content, please hit the like button. Subscribe. I really would love you here. I'd love to see you comment more, interact with me. I do hang out on a number of boards. Board Games for One, Board Game Revolution, everything board game, solo board games for board gamers, the Board Game Group, amongst many other board game groups that I frequent and stop in and talk and post. Say hi, PM me. I would love to hear from you. If there's anything that I can show you on my channel, like a mechanic that you would say, hey, I'd really like to see a game with a rondelle, or what was that dice game that you really liked? Ask, and I shall do a video, because that is my way of communicating to you. And the comments and Facebook are your way of communicating to me. So please feel free. It's all inclusive. I do ask you to be nice and respect others for who they are and their opinions. And remember, opinions are just that. That's how I feel about stuff. What you hear in a lot of my videos is my opinion. And I'm welcome to my own opinion. When I'm spending hundreds of dollars for a game, I can give you an opinion. Now, if I have been given a game, that's a little different. But usually I'll say and acknowledge the publisher or the designer if they've given me a copy of the game. Doesn't happen. Most of what you see in the channel is my personal collection, which means I can give my personal opinion. And the good news about that is I don't buy bad games, so you're not going to get bad opinions. You might hear the odd thing about, well, the writing could be bigger, or the storage solution should be better, or the board's a little flimsy, or the cards have a bad feel. Those types of little issues that don't take away from the game itself, but just adds to the quality of game. And I like quality of life, and I like good quality, solid games because I think they hold their value better. Though I am not Alex Radcliffe, who I did forget to mention. Sorry, Alex. Alex is a big influence, and if it wasn't for Alex Radcliffe, I would not be doing this. I saw what he was doing, and, well, I can't be Alex, of course, but I can only be Harry. But again, a personal thanks to Alex Radcliffe, who does this for Board Game Co. And I love his stuff. And he's shined the light on games that I've never seen before, which is the value of the game. You know, what is the value to a collector? Looking at the monetary, should you spend the $189 for Descent, or just skip it? I mean, $189 is a lot of money. I'm just looking at Edgemonia, and I'm looking at it and going, wow, that's $220 for that game. So there are a lot of big games going. Games are getting more expensive. As you know, I've talked about that, and I am rambling. So that's it for me. I am out of here. We will see you next time I have a discussion, or I will see you at the table. I will see you in two. But that is it for now. Have a great week, folks.